I never done this before, but I grabbed 4 rings. One by one, I came out to the balcony, and late at night in the dark, I threw them out over my balcony out into the...
Right out in there, yeah.
Yeah, and I just assumed I never would see them again, you know.
So this kind of scrub right here, it may not take too long to get some of this. They're going to start winching some of this out of here and pulling it with the winch and getting it broken up a little bit so I can get in with the metal detector and scan through the thicket of this stuff to see if we can't recover the ring somewhere in these areas here. And it may not take all of this to get out of here, but there's a lot of accumulation over in this area. But we're focused on just kind of working our way in, slowly getting this cleared out and making our way over as needed. So this is definitely a huge task, but necessary to get these lost items recovered. Again, we have 3 rings. We have a platinum and 2 white gold rings that we need to get recovered out of here. And we've got the technology. We're using the Equinox 800 with a 15-inch coil, so we got maximum penetration. Even though, you know, how much more are you really going to get on the 15-inch coil? That's another discussion. But we do have it. We have our other stuff up in the car. We've got a Garrett pinpointer actually on the end of here. And as you've seen earlier, we're shoving that in so we can get up inside and do some extra looking. But you can't swing a metal detection coil way up underneath in some of these areas until this stuff starts to get cleared away. So that is where we're at. In just a moment here, we'll start getting geared up. I'm gonna get the equipment going and make sure everything's working as intended. And we're gonna get on with this. All right, guys, we just had a talk with the crew. We got a crew of 3 out here today, it looks like. They've all been informed. They're well aware of what the mission is out here. There's no way to keep from it. They've actually seen what the 3 rings look like as well, and what our anticipated plan is. So as you can see, the truck has been put right there, and they're gonna come in and start removing this debris in here in this area and allow access. And I've already walked on the top. See right now, about right where my arm is pointing up there is kind of where his ring was found. You know, this stuff in here, we're going to start here and just start moving this stuff out, and we'll work through this bit. And as we need to, we can kind of work our way up into that pile, because that pile is like 5 to 6 feet deep. 4 or 5 feet deep, easy. I've been on the top of this already as best I can, but once you start pulling it around and it gets a little bit thinner, when you start pulling it, I can scan it and stuff. But yeah. Before you guys plunge a chainsaw in any of this, if you need to, I'll quickly scan it so we have a little coverage so you don't...
Okay, cool. Well, just kind of with it.
Yeah, I told him that already. And like stuff like this, obviously, you can tell there's nothing on it, so...
Okay, yep.
Right? I mean, I can see already this thing's clear. He's gonna start cutting a path through here. Yeah. Crazy job, huh?
Yeah.
First time?
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't have to go through this again, but makes the work exciting. Grab the wedge. Grab the wedge pipe. this is gonna be in your way, but it's all gotta go too, so I know you're trying to make a slide there.
You're good. Can you grab my block right there? Yeah, yeah.
That's so. I don't know if he's gonna put it on a sled and winch it or not, or if he's gonna hand carry it. That's up to you guys. I don't know if it's better to put them to the side and make a pile of branches and put it on top, and
Yeah, I think it's probably easier that way.
you could put it up in this area if you want for a little bit of a wherever, or we can grab them later too. Hey guys, look at that. Check it out. First recovery of the day. We're in the right area.
Oh shit.
Whoa, guys. That is awesome. Just got to move around a little bit here. Hey boys, we got one down. So this is just the way it works. When I got 2 days of 16 hours of work and I'm all over this whole area, I just started moving in here.
Those are way bigger than mine, huh?
And this is right in tune, so
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
the ring could
motherfucker.
still be in here. So you may not be getting under that big pile completely, but this area here is a hot zone now, as you can see. Like I told the guys earlier, his wedding ring was right in line right up here. That's why we're focused on this area.
Cool, so one down, two to go.
And that was underneath the logs.
Okay.
And this was snowing when it happened.
When it happened, yeah. And you already got that ridge.
Oh
right
gosh,
there and
yes.
everything.
Yeah, I
you said-
completely annihilated. I just hadn't
Okay.
started. I wasn't in the position because I had to spend all my energy trying to get the low-hanging fruit.
Does he know if he was he like they were all in the same direction?
For the most part,
the
he
most
was
part?
not. He was not. He was sober.
Yeah.
He was stressed. He threw them one at a time, and he's got a bum arm, so he didn't jerk them way down there to the.
Well, I'm just thinking. I mean, if that one was there, then they got to either be here or kind of like within this line.
Hey,
Nice.
we're gonna secure this now. Make sure that it doesn't get. I
Don't
got
we lose that shit.
Well, yeah, right.
Sure, man.
Still,
Let's take this big guy off.
yeah. Now that we kind of know the focused area,
That's in the way.
every time we find a ring, it kind of refocuses our zone. Alright guys, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited. We got 1 out of 3 so far, so we know we're in the target zone and we know that we're not going crazy. We're going to continue on here and see when the next one shows up. Hey, hang on a second. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Woo, hey, hey.
Oh, is that the big one?
That's a 4 carat. We got one that looks like a radish now. Because the other one was down kind of where you're standing, the logs. This one here. So I'm gonna keep poking here. Just clear this stuff out, it's fine. And then hopefully we get to the third one. It needed to be done anyway. And because you guys came out, we actually found the first one. Woo! Wow, check it out. Look at that. Hey, hey. 4 carat diamond, dude. Careful, careful. Hey.
Oh my god. It's all that fucking chunk.
Woo!
Can I take a picture or?
Oh, I'll get you pictures at the end.
Okay.
Before you take off.
Where you find it then?
Huh?
There?
Right here. The other one was down kind of where your feet are. Those logs that we moved around, that's where I found it. All right. One more. It's big like a radish. Like a little Super Bowl, bouncy ball.
Okay. Like this size?
It's like a Super Bowl ring.
Oh.
Round, roundish.
Okay.
But it's yellow gold.
Okay.
Or white gold, white gold, white gold. Go, guys. Woo! Had a soft landing too. Holy smokes. But we didn't know because, you know, he could have popped all 3 of them right on top of this pile of crap.
Oh yeah. No, for sure, man. Who
It's
knows?
a process.
They
And
could
I
have all
told
been
him, I said,
sitting right next to each other.
just hang with me through the process, through the end of it, and we'll eventually get there. I don't want to stress out about, you know, this, that, and the other. We got to get the rings back. That's important to you. That's why I'm here. And he's like, okay, you know, trust the guy. Never, you know, he saw that I had a lot of stuff online, so.
For sure, yeah.
Oh my gosh, all day out here.
Long day, huh?
Long day, man. So I killed it. I went out there and did everything I could.
Yeah.
How does that look for you?
Oh yeah, her heart's on fire. It's awesome.
Look what else we got.
Oh, the main one. Yeah, this is the one. I mean, this is bonus.
Yeah.
This is the main one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The one that has the most
I don't know.
sentimental value.
Did the landscapers tell you that we recovered the 2?
The landscape.
Yeah.
One of them says, "Hey, I found 2."
Yeah.
I said
the third one though, I killed it. Kept going out there and it just, I don't know,
that's
that round one.
Big one. That's heavier.
Yeah, but I went farther down.
Who knows?
So
this is obviously the most emotional value because it's the wedding ring.
Yeah.
This one also was about the same year as this.
All right.
But that new one was only 2 months old.
Oh,
And
you're right.
although it was a lot of money, it didn't have any emotional value.
Yeah.
So she didn't.
Those are amazing rings, man.
Yeah.
So
She didn't have. I mean, I think that would be the one she'd want least, even though it's pricey.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
We can only do what we can do. What's there to be found? I mean, it's.
So did they? So what? I try not to bother you today. Did
No,
they,
that's okay.
Did they remove the main bundle of branches, but then also the? Oh wait, no, never mind. There's only one bundle of branches. The right side was just that vine you said.
Yeah.
The main bundle of branches.
And I
they
don't
took
think
out?
you threw it that far over. Yeah. You got a second to walk over there?
Yeah. Let me change shoes.
Or? Okay. Yeah.
Were these 2 found it near each other?
Pretty close. I can show you once we get down there, and it was right in line with right at the base of where that pile started. I moved the log down there because we were clearing stuff out. And I hit it with the metal detector, and that's where I found the 4 carat. Or that's where I found. I'm sorry, the Hearts of Fire one.
Yeah.
And then the 4 carat one was up on a ledge just a little bit. So there's
Via metal detectors, or did you see?
Yeah, metal detector. You couldn't see them.
Yeah, that's
There's a cut through right here.
So good to find it.
I'm happy for you guys. You got them back. Those are the most important ones. Of course, we try to keep going to see about the other one.
Yeah.
So if you come over here, you can probably. This is a good spot to see what they did. Yeah, they cleared it up.
Different.
Yeah, they cleared it up, man. And I know.
My God, that looks
I have
way
no
different.
question. I don't have any concern that other ring went with them.
Right.
It's somewhere out here in the. I mean, all these little holes and stuff I poked in there. So, like, basically, kind of like straight down in this area.
Wow, they really moved it to the ground.
That's where the
level.
Hearts of Fire was.
Where down there?
Yeah, down on the very bottom.
So do you think it's just from the snow and it melted and then hit the branches and then the branches removed and then it went down?
It just went down there, yeah. And then right on this ledge, just a little bit over here, was where the fork carrot, just on the top, right there.
Wow.
But that's in the same line as right here. Is back here is where you found yours.
Yeah, right there.
So this whole tree, I went through like 16 times.
Oh, jeez.
Poking around. I mean, even down there and way far out and all over the place. And that other ring is huge. I just
Might have been thrown further because it's heavy.
Yeah, a little bit further, but how much further is it going to go, though? It's not going to go that much further.
It might. It's big.
Yeah, it is big. It's big, round and heavy. Yeah, but I went back into all that stuff
like
too.
a walnut.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
like a big radish.
No, that's awesome, man.
So
even just one, even if you found one, that'd be everything is worth it.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that you got the main
the full
one
wedding set. The whole wedding set gets back to your wife.
That's
so
awesome.
She'll be happy to get that back. I mean, that'll help you out a lot.
No,
so
cool.
I'm happy to get that back for you.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of work, but
crazy.
These guys coming in here definitely helped out a tremendous amount. We probably wouldn't have found the one down here if they didn't come out here.
Yeah, it was a good idea to get those guys out here.
Yeah.
But do you want to come back just maybe one more time?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'll pay you for that day too. But just to see if.
Yeah, just to give it one last shot.
Yeah.
You don't want to let go of it because we know it's out there.
Yeah.
Now that I'll be fresh.
Now that the clearing
I'll be
is
fresh,
done.
and it'll just kind of sit in my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Might be 2 weeks or so out. But
Yeah, whenever you have a.
yeah, I'll probably buzz out on a Friday, like not next Friday, but the following Friday would probably work.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Hey guys, this is actually the 4th day searching, and we're here to conclude the 3-ring recovery. So we've already found the wedding set. That was last time we were out here, and now we're looking for the jewelry ring. It's pretty much the size of a big trophy ring. It's white gold. It's pretty large, and it looks more like a radish or an eyeball, but it's got a beautiful design of hearts and diamonds on the face of it. And it's a big chunky ring, so we just need to get out here, and we need to continue searching in this area. Right out here, let me give you a better look. Since we cleared out all the area down below here, we're kind of looking more just about out in that area and to the left of this. There's a tree here to the left that's just a little bit out of frame. But we're going to go ahead and get down there. We're going to put the tape measure grids out so we can be very precise on the areas that we searched and the areas that we still need to search. And we're going to get every inch until we find that ring today and bring it back to the family. So come along for this portion of the conclusion of the 3-ring ring toss recovery search. Right now we're going to go ahead and just do a quick, we've got a Vortex laser rangefinder, and I want to know how far the house is from the shrub line here. And just for record, we're going to look at it in yards, and it's 19 yards. So for record, we're at 19 yards from up top. We can go ahead and just hit the top of the house. 18 and 19. So we're looking at 19 yards, and then if we kind of walk over here, we can kind of shoot down to the big rock. Shoot a little past. Another 11 just past the big rock down there. So that kind of gives us a little bit of an idea. Distance, we'll get a more precise distance once we locate the ring, just to see how far that larger ring, probably the furthest of all 4 rings that we're throwing, 3 of hers and 1 of his. He actually found his wedding band somewhere in this area here. I think it was more of a visual. He did have a borrowed metal detector, but he found it kind of somewhere here. His test ring basically was just on the other side over here. Then the other 2 rings went through the trees here. One of the rings was just on the ledge through the trees here. And that was her most expensive ring. Her engagement ring was actually up in there on the ledge, not over. And her other wedding band was down here, down below this big rock. That ring having a little more energy. Gonna be somewhere out in there, I'm hoping. From here, over there. This is where we're focused. So let me get the tape measure grids out. Start putting 5-foot lanes. My tape measure grids got upgraded because the other ones I bought didn't operate smoothly after to get a little bit of dirt in them. Found a better one. I think these are Stanley brand, and they just seem to work pretty good, but they were 200 feet, so I'm going to fully extend them. I don't have to go the full 200 feet, but you know, it's nice to have, as long as they roll up easily at the end of the day. You can move them around and such. So that's what we're up to. Let's go. All right, we'll put in 5-foot grid lines, so we're just putting in our stakes now so that we can attach our tape lines. Another, it doesn't have to be exact, but somewhere in this area. We'll pull on that just enough to hold the end of our tapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. This is where it gets a little bit interesting and tricky. I don't know how far in we're going to go here, but this is the one area that's going to be a lot of work. Hopefully we'll find it a little bit easier section than this, but don't know until we look. We have no control over where we're going to find it. We do have control of where we're going to search. I always like to try to keep that in mind, that we do all that we can, put ourselves in a better search pattern. It makes the most sense. We set ourselves up for a better chance of success. You know, like this is just insane, but it's got to be done. Put in the work and get it done. Do it more this way. A lot of stuff there, but I'm going to take it this way. So anybody would say, why would you put out the grid line tapes? Just look at this terrain. It is absolutely brutal. I got to come and make some type of a reassurance to myself more than anybody that I've done due justice. I've you know, done all that I can to search this area. I certainly don't want to walk away from this ring. There's no reason to. It's large, it's huge, it's heavy, so it's hiding underneath some of this leaves and foliage. This stuff in here could be anywhere in this whole area. So we definitely want to get it recovered. And we got berry vines, we got blackberry vines, a whole bit. Same thing we've been dealing with the whole time out here. But we will do our best. All right, guys, as you can see, we had a lot of blackberry vines with really pokey stuff, and there's a lot of debris in this area. I want to work this area because it's got a lot of stuff here. And so I've been going through here, just kind of not destroying his property and his bushes and his trees. The rings are very important that we get them back. So I'm just kind of clearing some areas, so when I get my 15-inch coil in here, I can kind of get close to the ground. There's just some areas that was just like the berry vines, the blackberry vines are so quick to grow back, and the ferns will come back. This will be all nice and lush within a season. And it's not directly in his viewpoint when he's looking out of his fancy deck up top there, so it's not like we're completely destroying the scenic view of his manicured backyard at all. And he's okay with that. We cleared out some stuff and he understands that we want to find the rings. So I'm clipping around through here because this is my left, you can see the left lane from this point of view, the left border and the right border, and we've worked that upper area extensively and all the way out in the yard way out there. So I'm clipping along here and I'm pretty confident that this ring won't be too difficult with the metal detector. I didn't even fired up the metal detector to do any searching. And look down here, guys. I'm just kind of cutting some of these back here and I'm looking, and this, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, let's not drop that on it. There it is right there. Woo, that is a beauty, and that thing is big. Wow, that is a monster ring. Holy moly. All right, how did it get there? It came through the trees. It had to come through the trees. It might have ricocheted a little bit, so let's get these out of here, or put those up there. Let's take a look here. This is a moment to behold. I've got a pretty decent sized gold ring around my neck that you guys may have seen. Kind of a something special to me for going through 1 year full scuba training to get to PADI Recreational Master Diver. And you know, it's solid 14 karat gold. You can see it's a really lovely ring. I love it. I wear it around my neck because it kind of keeps me focused. And look down here, guys. Here we go. First time picking it up. It's been out here for a while. Oh my goodness. We're going to do a real careful inspection up at the car. We're going to get the loop out. It looks like all the diamonds are still in there. Wow, I'm really curious. It's pretty small in diameter too. That is a big ring. Holy moly. Wow. She's going to be very happy to get that ring back. And it looks like no damage to the sides of it. It landed in snow, remember. There was snow out here, so it landed in snow to break the fall and just melted down. Actually been through 2 snowstorms. There's a little dirt in the diamonds. We'll get that cleaned out. We'll get the jeweler's loop on it and a flashlight on it. And absolutely looks amazing. We'll get that cleaned up, guys. Yep. Get a nice close-up of that. We don't want to drop it, do any damage to it. But there it is, guys. She's going to be excited. We're going to clean this up a bit the best we can. The trajectory, though, my goodness, it got there, so it must have come through the branches a little bit and maybe rolled down off into that area. Beautiful ring. Unique looking, unique style ring. But I think they sometimes refer to them as cocktail rings. It's a beautiful white gold ring, and that completes the conclusion of the 4-ring toss. He found his wedding band, and then I found the other 2, which was her wedding set, and then this one here. So there's a total of 4 rings. I recovered 3 of them. He found his wedding band initially before I was actually called out, and that was kind of, I think, maybe an eyeball up there in the top area. But absolutely put everything together and knew that it had to be within this zone. I had a very strong feeling, and it played out to be true. Not always right on my thoughts and theories, but the more we do this, the more we kind of hone our skills. We get a little bit better each time on kind of understanding the higher chance of where these things are to be found. I knew this one would probably most likely be pretty quick to be at least part of it. Maybe you could maybe see some of the white gold if it was just slightly under some of the foliage and the greenery out here. But that thing was just laying right on top there. So it just took a little bit of coming through, and part of that, you know, it's kind of therapeutic, I guess, to trim the bushes back a little bit, just enough to get the coil in through here, because with those berry vines like that, it's just, you can't even move the 15-inch coil. But if you cut a little pathway, then at least I can swipe that area quickly with the metal detector, and before you know it, you're going to get a signal, and it's not going to be, it's going to be real obvious, actually. So let me go ahead and take care of that. we'll get up here. We'll go ahead and scan this because I am very curious on how the Nox is going to respond to that. What VDI with the interesting design on the inside. It's kind of hollow on the back side, but it's got a strip coming down the back to support all this, to hold the suspended heart in the middle. Yep, basically we're at 45 feet. 45 feet there, down in that area. 45 feet is up to the hedge line, and that's came through all these trees, and it was actually the trajectory is to the middle of the trees and just landed right down in that area down in there. Hey guys, SeattleRingHunter again. This is the 4th day and hopefully the conclusion of the lost wedding ring that was out in the side of the yard. We also, as you saw earlier, just recovered, 2 weeks ago we recovered the wedding set. Now we're after the jewelry ring that meant a lot to the couple. So tell us a little bit about that ring again. That was kind of like a heart-shaped ring, right? Real big.
Yeah, this is our 4th day doing it. The first 2 days, exhaustively, you know, 10-12 hours a day for 2 days. With no luck, but didn't give up. We had a plan to clear some more landscaping and old debris and old branches and brush because it was just too dense, too thick. So we got some landscapers out here to remove it under his supervision. Yeah. And then when we cleared some more space on that day, he found two rings. Yeah, the wedding ring and the wedding band, which were the two most important of the three.
Then we had a little snowstorm.
Yeah,
it was a small one.
Yeah, and then
so we waited a week
we had
for
to delay because you couldn't see the snow, the ground.
Yeah, we wanted just to be a little warmer.
Yeah, so today's the 4th day, separated by a few weeks. Because we just didn't want to give up, and so you know,
look something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Be careful, we don't drop it. I did look at it. I couldn't keep you waiting any longer. You probably had an idea.
Where'd you find this one?
Yeah, it was in line with the other rings that were thrown, but just a little farther out. It was just over.
Yeah, because it's heavier and bigger, so we thought it would go more trajectory.
All the branches and everything that we removed with the, and then there's a clump of trees, and it was all in that mess of trees right behind it went through the clump of trees and was down below. And
was it in line with those other two?
It was.
Which was in line with that one?
Yeah, it was 100.
The test ring.
Yeah, and I measured it. I have a laser rangefinder, and it was basically 105 feet from the deck of where it was thrown. So it just continued on a little bit further down, and it was like kind of
unbelievable. Yeah. What's funny about it is Jeff is people. It's not just there's a science behind this. It's not just a ring finder as a hobby who's is willing to go out there with metal detector all day and just look. It's a science. It's very coordinated, very strategic. He maps it out. He has it in regions and sections and zones, and then very methodic, and then just goes out and process of elimination eliminates certain regions.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But then we'll go back a second time and do it, and then, but we'll do different strategies or philosophy each time, not to repeat the same thing. And then, but eventually you get there, and it's like a science. But high-tech equipment, expensive equipment, not just some cheap, but man, he has a lot of experience, and
I appreciate that.
Yeah, look at all the amazing reviews and videos. So
yeah, and like I told you in the very beginning when we had our first conversation, I said it's going to be a process. Please just hold on and hang out and just let the process continue through, and eventually we'll find
this one. Look how it's like an acorn.
Yeah, I know, it's huge. It's very lovely. It's very bright and shiny. So I'm sure your wife will be happy to get that back.
She's here right now.
Oh, great! I'm glad she'll be able to see that.
Was it resting on grass or resting on?
It was there, and as I went through the process of going through the area, because I'd already done the easy stuff that I could get to with the metal detector, and so I knew that I had to challenge this one big area. So I was kind of trimming some of the small little stuff down that was there, like the blackberry vines. Yeah. So I could swing the metal detector. So I'm working around, I'm looking, and I did come across it, and I was like, came into this area that was like completely. You'll see later.
So the final reason why you found this one was visual, not the sound of the detector.
That's true. But the thing was, is that I knew that it was probably most likely going to be in that zoned area.
Right.
And so knowing that, I was setting up the grid lines because I was going to do very extensive inch by inch with the metal detector and that, and just continue to move out a little bit. And when I was coming around, then I happened to get over the top of it, climbing through the trees and running around and moving stuff around a little bit. And it's like, there it is.
Dude, that's incredible.
But we knew it was out there. So we just had to get over the top of it. It's a game of inches. I mean, it's you know, it's just a process and try to rule out all the areas that it's not. And we knew that was a pretty large ring, so there was a high chance, you know, but it's so easy just to walk past these things. I mean, if you don't have a machine.
What's funny is that test throw you had me do really was helpful. A good indication of the region or the line it would took.
Yeah, because as you guys remember, he had found his wedding band, and with that test throw, we had two confirming throws kind of in the same region. Yeah. And we had a few other thoughts, but that happens sometimes. You think maybe through it this way or that way, and we still have to entertain those ideas.
Incredible.
So we've got it back. I'm glad to get it back for you. And so with that, guys, this has been a very exciting recovery process. I'm happy for this couple that they can get the rings back and move on and everything like that. So if you've lost anything in the Washington State area, this is the Seattle Ring Hunter. Give me a call at 206-618-8194, and let's just open up a dialogue and a discussion and see what we can do as far as what next steps we need to take to help you in your recovery process. And if you're outside of the area, big shout out to the ringfinders.com. We got over 500 recovery specialists across the country. Put in your local city and find someone to help you, as we did with Ed for his family here today and the last couple of weeks. It's been a lot of fun being out here to help him. It's been a real blessing to get these items back. They mean a lot to everyone. It doesn't matter the value of these items as much as it means the sentiment and what it means to the couple and all the memories that they carry for all of us. So if you've had it for 5 minutes and you just got engaged, or if you've had it for 35 years, definitely don't think that just because it fell in Puget Sound in the water and it's just gone forever, or got thrown over the side of a cliff or up on a hiking trail. We've tackled a lot of different challenging situations, so let's just go ahead and open up different ideas and see if we can get your stuff back for you. With that, I'm going to let everyone get going. Cheers, stay safe, keep your valuables safe, and we'll see you on the next hunt. Bye-bye.
If you've lost your ring or special item of value, please get in touch with me at the SeattleRingHunter.com as soon as possible, so I can arrange to do a search for you.